Okay, so you have figured out what's most important right now and why. You gotta know why. All right, you always gotta know why. But, so you pick your sheet, the weekly or the daily, whichever you're doing. And the next thing you gotta ask yourself, or you must ask yourself, is what has to happen for us to succeed at this most important thing? In other words, we're looking for ideally just 2 to 5 things that, and maybe you're keeping track of your, it's your finances, and you're going to keep track of your debt and your um, checking account because you want to save up some money, or whatever it may be. That's an easy one because that's money to track. But it's usually a little more complicated than that. And if you look at my example, you're going to see, let's use the couples one. Okay, pull that one out. And if you look at it, this one's done about right because we came up with 5 things we had to watch in order for us to get in better shape, um, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So that's what you're looking for. And the things that you don't track with numbers is just fine because all you're going to do is every week or every day you're going to make them red, yellow, or green. Or a lot of times I don't have a red, yellow, green pencil around, so I use a red, yellow, blue. Okay, because I love these pens, by the way. Bic makes them, and other companies make them multicolor, one pen, handy as crap. And you can, the space is big enough, you can put a number in there. Now on the dailies, the number going in gets a little bit trickier because the space is so small, but you can still do it. All right, and you can all see how you're going to set this up with the days of the week and things across the top. Yeah, I'm looking down on my desk because that's where the paper is. But the real important thing is don't pick too many things to track. On my daily, the example you'll see there, I have too many things to track. And it but hopefully some of them are temporary. That's what that top part is. Those are the temporary things that are you have to do to get the initiative, the right now most important thing to make that a success. Now, below that, there are what I call standard success initiatives. I use the same terminology with a company, by the way, for both of them. But um, those are the things we all just need to track all the time, maybe. My weight is one that goes down there all the time. Um, I've got my weight tracked for the last couple of years. Okay. Um, and maybe my sleep should go down in there too. It hasn't, but it might go back down there as permanent. But there are other things that they just make life better. And sometimes things go, when things get rough or whatever, something that is a standard initiative needs to be moved up to be a critical initiative once in a while, and that's fine. And then you move it back down when things are back where they should be. But think of them differently and try not to have too many. I always end up with too many, so I'm not practicing what I preach all that well. I shouldn't say always, but that's the key because you have to be able to focus your efforts, and when you have too many things to focus on, that just doesn't work all that well. And if you're doing it both individually and as a couple, then you go back, you do the couple one first. And then you go back and you look at what do you need on your individual, what do you need to, of the ones that are on that weekly couple one, which ones do you need to look at every day? Because that's different than, because some things you don't need to look at more than once a week. And then don't worry about it more than once a week. But some things you need to look at every day. You just do. How did I do with my eating today? Okay, so you've got the idea. First do the critical ones, then think about a couple standard ones that you see keeping, and these aren't going to be perfect, okay? You're going to change them over time. You might change them monthly, who knows? But just get those filled out and you'll be on your way.